Thanks a lot, DeLon. Missed you too, man. It's good to be back. And of course, look, I see your partner to your left there as well. All right, let's talk about the trade. Jaylen Green, Dillon Brooks, number 10 overall pick, and 5 second-round picks for Kevin Durant and Lashard Binkley, Rockets SI writer. He joins us now. I want to ask you, Lashard, was that a lot, too much, or just right?
I think it was just right because at the end of the day, the Rockets, like we spoke about last night, had all the leverage. They didn't necessarily have to make a move. The Phoenix Suns were the desperate team, and that's what took this trade so long. It took them 2 or 3 weeks because Phoenix wanted more, but the Rockets didn't want to give up Jabari Smith or Tari Eason in any trade, and I think Phoenix finally gave in because they realized the only other team that they had a chance to go in with was Miami Heat, and the Rockets deal was much better. So at the end of the day, the Rockets got exactly what they wanted out of this deal.
Oh, wow, the Miami Heat. Well, of course, you and I talked about this last night on the Fox 26 evening show, but I want to ask you, in regards to Jaylen Green, does he become the guy now in Phoenix? Will he be a force in Phoenix? He won't be the guy, but will he become a force?
It's kind of an odd fit with him and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, even though reports say that Bradley Beal will not be back for Phoenix. But at the end of the day, it's a fresh start for Jaylen Green. I think Phoenix is going to, him and Devin Booker, they're going to give them the reins. They're going to let Jaylen Green get as many shots as he wants. So if he was ever going to do it, this is the time for him to kind of break out in his 5th season. So I think at the end of the day, it's good for everybody involved. I think it was just ready. It was time for Jaylen Green to have a change of scenery, and hopefully he can take that next step with the Phoenix Suns.
Dillon Brooks, I think, and I put it on the Facebook page this morning, I think Dillon Brooks is going to be missed in this city. I already missed him. I wasn't a proponent of bringing him in here, but I think what he gave the Rockets this year, he reformed himself. I think he's going to be a great player in Phoenix there.
Yeah, I think the thing people are missing about Dillon Brooks is they see all the things that happen on the court between him and LeBron and other players, but at the end of the day, he was great for Houston. He was great in the locker room. He was great in the community. He shot a career-high 39% from three-point range last season. So Dillon Brooks did exactly what the Rockets wanted him to do when they brought him over. So, yeah, that's going to be a huge hole for the Rockets to fill, losing somebody like a Dillon Brooks. But I guess when you get a player like Kevin Durant, you do have to give up something of value.
No question about it. Speaking of value, you talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. They won a championship beating the Pacers last night. I would have loved to have seen Tyrese Haliburton finish the game. Tough break for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's been a lot of Achilles tears in the NBA this season, and it's rough to see it happen in a Game 7. He was already dealing with a hamstring issue. So it was definitely rough seeing that happen. But in the day, Oklahoma City was the best team all season, and they, again, proved it in a Game 7. But, again, you hate to see that happen to anybody, especially in a Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah, 84 wins on the season for OKC. Speaking of OKC, they win it all yesterday. And, of course, it was a guy who had a whole lot of points in that game. But this is a team that the Rockets could face, to even get to the Western Conference Finals next year.
Yeah, it's a possibility. The Rockets did very well against Oklahoma City. They were one of the few teams that was able to beat them multiple times this year. So that's the team that you have to measure up against, and that's exactly why the Rockets went out and got a Kevin Durant, because they know that if they're going to get to the NBA Finals, they have to beat a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have to eventually beat Golden State. So that's why they went out and got a Kevin Durant, because they know now Oklahoma City is a team that everybody's chasing.
All right, Lashard, good folks, our viewers could see you 3 times this week. Last night to this morning and possibly Wednesday, as the draft is Wednesday. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
All right, thank you, Nate. It's always good talking with you.
All right, guys, we got the draft coming up. What are the Rockets going to do next? But in the meantime, more about the KD trade when we come back. We're live here, Buffalo Grill in West June. Nate Griffin, Fox 26.